Hi everyone, and welcome to the third installation of the college's Conversation with the Presidents. I'm Jake Walden, student body president, and I'm joined today by President Jill Tiefenthaler of the college and her cabinet. This event is intended to allow, for when its name calls, a conversation, and I'm going to keep my remarks to a minimum because of that. Most of the time we've allocated for today is for mingling and questions about college student government and the leadership at large. We, personally have done a lot of soul searching for ourselves in terms of what student government means and why student government exists. And we've come to the conclusion that we believe that student government is an organization built both to serve students and by doing so to educate them and the members of student government. By connecting our resources to purpose, we fulfill a crucial role as part of the liberal arts experience. We recognize that the process of learning comes not only in classroom discussions, but also in club decision-making, those ORC emails, the last-minute meetings, and cabinet retreats. We seek to focus on both our responsibilities in providing timely, thoughtful, and effective representation for you all, but also for student groups, and seeking to educate and inspire our own members in student government to continue the great work for years to come. With this responsibility, I believe that student government's duty to be a model organization for you all and for your student groups when it comes to leadership, planning, faculty administrative outreach, and group work. With that, I just like to point out college is at a crossroads, and so is student government in many ways. We've made immense strides to better ourselves this year and to do better work for the student body, but there is more to be done. Thank you all for listening. Those are my updates and my little inspirational moments. And now it's my pleasure to welcome to the podium College President Jill Tiefenthaler to share with us her updates and insights for this year.
Hello everybody, it's great to see you. Let me just start by thanking Jake and CCSJ and President's Council members for hosting today. I want to frame the year a little bit. We're sort of in block 2 already. I know it's happening quickly. But I thought I would talk about some of the main goals for this year and then talk a little bit. I'm going to give you a presentation that I gave to family and parents this weekend about some of the changes that are happening on campus and get your questions from that. Of course, our major goal at CC is always to educate the 2,000 students to the very best of our ability that are on campus. But as good stewards of the college, we also have to think about the future so that we can continue to provide one of the best liberal arts educations in the country. And this year we're focusing on 3 big things to move forward in our initiatives. First of all, facilities improvement, and that includes a lot about what I'm going to talk about today in terms of a new library, a new residence hall, some changes to the campus in terms of landscape, etc. But also our wireless upgrade, which we're in phase 1 is complete. We're working on phase 2, so if you have questions about that, Brian Young is here. We can talk more about that later. Our second big initiative for the year is to continue our work on diversity and inclusion. And that includes Dean Wong is leading a conversation with faculty responding to the student petition from last year about improving the diversity in the curriculum. We're also continuing to work on hiring and retention of faculty and staff of color and diversification and providing the same experience for all of our students regardless of their background. A big part of that initiative is also continuing to raise money for need-based financial aid. You may have heard we finished our Walden Family Foundation Challenge where they challenged us to raise $10 million, they would match $10 million, and we've completed that $20 million now, and that's in the endowment for financial aid, which is exciting. Our third big initiative this year is to put more definition on our innovation initiative, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what that physical space might look like in the future today, but we're hoping that in the coming years, we'll have a building, but in the meantime, we have a lot more happening in terms of programming this year, and hopefully you've seen more activity in that initiative around campus. Thanks for being here, and I went over a lot really quick, so I'm happy to answer any questions about any of this. And I know Jake is as well, or anything else that you want to talk about.